Townhall. I'm excited for this one because we're right in the middle of Hyperdrive in Hackathon season, and there's been some cool wins. We've been growing rapidly, and I want to be able to share some of those cool things that we've been up to, and more importantly, I've got like a whole list of the ordinary members that have been coming in. We've been growing really quick, which is great reality. So, without further ado, come, settle down. Let's go talk about today our events, the new members, Hyperdrive, a little bit of alpha at the end as usual, and then we'll jump into our lovely round table of all of our members, my personal sort of favourite part of my Wednesday evening. So, without further ado, let's go into Hyperdrive. First up has been our events. We've had an amazing panel yesterday from a few really cool UK lawyers talking all about the relegation. I've been playing too much fantasy football. Talking all about the regulation going on in the UK. If you don't know, there's actually a new marketing regulation coming out from the FCA on the 8th of October, kind of like limiting what you can be able to do. There's no more pump and dump here and there. We're going to have to play a little bit safe, so we'll be releasing some content and sharing out about that soon, and be making sure that all of our members are kept up to date with all of this latest movement, so we can always be ahead of the curve. And it's events like this so that allow us to be able to do that. So thanks to Eurofeed, Axie, Abs in the chat, being able to be here, be able to help bring that together. It's pretty awesome. So that was our really cool event we had yesterday. And then we've been having crypto coffees. So if you didn't see, K-Dot organised our Bristol one. We was able to have GMA in here. Like, how was that? Let me know in the chat. Like, how did you find your first crypto coffee, GMA? It lacked coffee, more beer than coffee, but it was a Friday night, to be fair. And so I saw that it was a lovely view, and hopefully you guys had a great time. Charlotte from Flight Free jumping in. I can see Haz in the crowd, so repping Flight Free out here. And I think that's a little bit of crypto beer, yeah. A little bit of crypto beer doesn't hurt anybody. And I suppose speaking of crypto beer, our next event is going to be with Tuesday. It's going to be next Tuesday at our Huckletree venue. So this is going to be exciting because Huckletree is going to be our new home for a few weeks in October. This is the very cool venue, all kind of like Web3 focused, this co-working space, and we're going to make sure to be bringing those good vibes to it. It's just by Oxford Circus. It's a beautiful location, and I'm excited to be able to return and do another mixer with Tuesday before we go into that amazing build station. So I suppose speaking of build station, one of the big things there is the hackathon and the hyperdrive, and making sure that we're pushing things and educating behind that. So just in the theme that we'll have the build station of lots of educational resources, workshops, office hours, people on the floor being able to be there to help you. We also want to be able to be doing this online. So we've got a few cool Twitter spaces coming up. First one with FOMO tomorrow, where we'll be going everything over the hackathon with all of the Superteam DAO leaders. That's going to be really cool for you guys to be able to check out. One's going in the hyperdrive. Lots of alpha going to be spilled there, and hope you can be able to get involved. We've then also got one earlier in the day with Zebu Live, talking all about NFTs and what is kind of going on in the Web3 market. So got a killer stack of guests being able to speak on that. So looking forward to diving into all of that, and I hope you guys are able to join us. I see Z, did you have a hyperdrive alpha to be able to leak, or did you accidentally skip on up? Or you?
Oh no, I just saw I got invited up. So sorry, how's it going, man? I think from Sujuko's side, yeah, we've got something pretty cool cooking up for hyperdrive. In terms of ideas, I saw that Alex from Superteam, is it UAE or AE?
Yeah,
UAE had posted a pretty cool idea around managing company cash flow and linking that to a cap table and having that all on chain and automated to time with registering the like DAO type organizations in jurisdictions where they're recognized. I thought that was an incredible idea, and I think even if it's just building out a proof of concept that could be prove very useful, and also I reckon that's quite investable from a VC perspective.
Oh, Very cool. Like I think that's the real sort of power with the other super teams as well. Is that if you don't guys don't know, we're not just in the UK. We've got 10 other locations all across the world because it started in India, then went to Vietnam, Mexico, Turkey, Germany, Nigeria, UAE, Israel, Brazil. Like we're rapidly growing across, and you've got all the other super team leads who are doing some cool things as well. So yeah, I'm glad like he was able to find some value in what he was putting out as well, and I'm following him and seeing what he's up to because UAE's doing some cool things, Germany's doing awesome things, and all of them are doing incredible work in space. So you should make sure to be following them as well. But yeah, like that's going to be the cool thing about our build station is being able to bring everyone together. It's going to be exciting. There's going to be lots of opportunities for you guys to meet other people, to be able to talk about, present what your project's up to. Germany had a really cool idea while speaking to him earlier today about these open mics in the morning. So in the first sort of like 30 minutes, 45 minutes of the day, anyone can step up and say, hey, I'm looking for somebody to work with me on this. Hey, this is currently the latest thing that we're working on. And like all of those sort of open sort of mic and little initiatives and just different ways to platform you guys is all going to be going on at the build station. So I think that's going to be pretty exciting. And I hope you guys are able to see that. Z, would you find value in that? Like if you needed somebody to work with you, or if you had like an update to share, because you do your investor updates, that's amazing content to be sharing out. Would you like the idea of like then having the open mic in the morning, like to be able to go up and talk about it? Do you think that's a nice approach?
Yeah, I think that's really useful as well for new builders who maybe need some guidance or direction. But even for the likes of myself, having that opportunity to maybe showcase an update and get some either immediate feedback or get some interest is that's the way you build interest over time is literally just by getting in front of as many people as you can as often as possible. So yeah, definitely I think that would be really useful for us.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad. I hope to see you up there on the mic. I wonder if anyone will do any stand up. That would be exciting to hold. But yeah, so the build station is gonna be awesome. I hope to see you guys out there. If you run a register, go to the Luma page. I can also chuck that in the chat for everyone. Just register up, just put your name up, you'll be good. And I'll be able to make sure to send out the agenda to everyone who registers, so you'll be able to keep up to date with everything that's going on. It's going to be pretty awesome. And I'm most excited for the fact that it ends with our demo day. So this for us, I think is going to be amazing for any of the builders going into Hyperdrive, being able to, wanting to raise, wanting to take their project to the next stage. We're going to be able to bring together a load of the VCs within our networks and have this really cool opportunity to showcase your project, showcase what you've built in the Hyperdrive. It's fresh off that competition, so you hopefully will ship something new. The team had been able to drive forward and get it all done and submitted, and it was really done, and you guys are proud of the progress you would make, and then you get to present it. So this is on the 16th of October, the day after we have the Hyperdrive ending on which submission day is the 15th of October. So I hope to see all of you there. Like that's just going to be like the final finale. It's going to be hopefully an epic day. From start to finish, we'll be bringing on everyone. It was interesting, like, because I'll send the link in here for everyone to register for that as well. It's a little special register. And what I was going to say there, it was interesting because I went to the Germany demo day last year for the Grizzly Fun, and they had over 20 projects presenting. Like, it was mega, it was pretty awesome. There's local prizes available. So this is something that's just gone up on earn.superteam.fun. If you haven't checked it out or don't know, this is the incredible site to see any freelance work or any ways to pick up some extra cash from the bounties, or if you're looking for grants, like that's where you want to go. We're going to have over $10,000 available in local prizes, so anyone who presents on demo day, you could be winning one of these local prizes. So I hope that's going to add like a little bit of spice to it. But for us, like I think the real magic for some people is going to be that they're going to be able to close the ticket to the round. They're going to be able to plant the seeds and meet with the investor that's going to give them the ticket later on, which they need, and lead investor who's going to like be able to bring them through and like start a really cool relationship. So I'm looking forward to that demo day. That's going to be awesome. Make sure you guys register for both of those. and I hope to be seeing as many of you out there. We need to make a big up for the UK. And so, before I again get on to the mega announcement, like all the new members that we've been recently bringing on, I wanted to just give a cheeky reminder that anyone could be hosting some events. We've got crypto coffees and pizza funds available for people who want to be having that space and bringing people together. Crypto coffee is super simple, 3 to 5 people, meet for coffee, or essentially like a bit of honey beer is okay if you're in Bristol. But like just meet up, have a insightful conversation, send us a selfie on Twitter, post it, tag us, and then DM me over the receipt, and I'll be able to send those right over to you. So you know that there's a little bit of coffee, maybe beer if you're in Bristol, on me. And then the pizza fund, I think that one's going to be super exciting. If anyone wants to have like a little gathering, $200. I hear H is doing one, so I'm going to be looking forward to seeing his when it goes live. We can all badger H until he gives us our pizza fund event. When pizza, H. That'll be fun if that goes viral. When pizza. And then now, let's talk about our members. So if you don't know, we're getting very close to 50. Now, if you're a member, you've seen in the member perks chat, I've mentioned from day one, there's going to be a merch box sent to everybody. And I said when we get the 50 members, we'll get it. So we're getting ever so close to it, and it's because recently we had this huge insurge of amazing people coming to, I think as we've been growing, the content's doing amazing, people got over 30k impressions over the last week, like that like a level of like impact across within the UK has allowed us to bring together some amazing people. Berlin Hacker House was able to meet with even more amazing people. I got to meet Z for the first time in person, and we got to bring on and then board a load more people. So I'm excited to kind of share. We've got 16 new members for me to be able to share with you today that recently we've been bringing in and onboarding. We've got Naini, who's into the OBS hackathon. He was at our event yesterday, if you didn't notice and if you came around. So for us, that's like great to be able to see members coming to events. We've got Spitor, who won in the Grizzlython in earlier on this year, and was in India, is now moving to the UK to study, and so we'll be joining our little gangs pretty soon. Fuzz, who we met at the Berlin Hacker House, did some incredible, heard some amazing things, really great character, excited to be able to bring him in. CZ Wolf, again, was with us yesterday, asked a 200 IQ question that got all of the judges stumped. And so amazing to have her talent in with our community. Initially met her at Cambridge for our UK tour, and has now been able to be welcomed into exciting stuff there. We have Builder, which by the name, he is a builder. He's been in Solana for a little bit and continuing to grow on. Being in the UK, if you're in Solana, we're your family to be able to come in. And that's also how Soundy applied for a grant, was looking to get funding for his NFT project. Unfortunately, can't find NFT projects, but we want to focus on open source technology, and he's a very big game developer, been in the space for a while, amazing talent, really bright soul as well when I spoke to him, and so really cool to have him in if you're doing anything game development. Soundy could be a really good fit. We then had Rust Intern, so again, if you can't tell, he's a Rust Intern. He's been building out a project for Sporting Labs, active in the space, excited to see what he can do for Hyperdrive, and being able to push things there. So Rust Intern rocking the Mad Lad has joined in. Then we have Liz. She's an apprentice at Vodafone, and so she's been exploring the space, found Solana, liked the vibes, found us all the way back at the UK tour, and then recently been able to re-engage, and she's come into the little UK familia. And so excited to see what she can be doing, coming into space, learning the Rust development overall over time. And so that's the first 8 different members. I suppose this is a big sort of thing. So I want some wins in the chat. Like we're getting some mad people coming in from the community, and I love to be able to see it. And so we've got another 8 different members coming in. So Bola, if you don't know, is one of the foundings of Bonk. Has been active across all the different sort of events. Was again with us yesterday for the regulation. Kamiko is a young whippersnapper who's been doing some really cool things on TikTok, grow over like 70k followers, and has been into social media following. He's based in London, and actually brother to one of our other members. And so for us, like that's like a really cool way to bring him in. He's been in the space for a little bit and looking to explore Solana more. We then have Dan. So Dan runs Calyptus. This is a interesting sort of take on looking and finding a problem in the space and being able to actually deliver a solution for it, where there's a lot of education for newbies coming in, but not a lot of education for senior developers. And so built out a cohort, a program for senior developers to be able to break into the space, doing some really cool things there. Excited to see how he's going to be working and releasing the Solana one in October. So cool to be able to bring him into our community. We've got DJ Root rocking up, and he's been doing some cool things back in development and driving things forward on a more operational front. So excited to see how he can be coming in, joining a team, and getting involved with Hyperdrive. We now also have XYZZ. This is a young little genius that's been in crypto since he was 14. So pretty awesome to see how he broke into the space, been working with a core team at Ghost Kid DAO, as you can see from his profile picture. So excited to be able to have him in and be able to join our community as he's on his path of development. We then also got Zibasha. So Zibasha, I've known him for a while now, and I think it was like almost over a year ago that we met in space. Very active in different VCs in development. Has been running a coding company for a long while, and now we're going to be starting a fund coming in the new year. And so exciting things to see what he can be doing and coming and welcoming the community. Another then absolute mega behemoth, Jin. Again, I've worked with Jin previously. He's very big into the marketing game of Web3, runs a Web3 marketing agency that, as he has in his bio, architecting virality. And so really cool things that he can be able to do there. I'm excited to bring his knowledge and wisdom into the DAO whenever we're wanting and projects are wanting to release, and members are looking at how do I go to market. Myself and Kobe are very into the marketing game as well, but Jin brings his own unique talents, and so hopefully you get lots of different ideas and voices to be able to help take that on. And then lastly, one of our newest members who I met earlier today is Larice. He recently joined Solana Labs as a DevRel support and lives in Brighton, and so will be coming down for London and being able to join us for Build Station and being there to support. So I think that's super exciting, really great personality and great guy, and so excited to be able to welcome him in as well. So yeah, that's all of the recent new members. As I said, it's bringing us very close to 50, so we'll just have to wait and see how that all goes, who will be the last few members to get us over the line. But until then, one big thing to be able to mention with everyone is, as I said, we are in hackathon season. It's Hyperdrive time, and we need to make sure that we're going in as the UK. We're representing. We're all builders. It's time we should like register, get ready for it, and making sure that we're kind of like showing up for the UK. Everyone can jump in. There you go. There to be able to register. It just takes a couple of minutes. Input your information. Let them know that the UK is coming in hot, and that we're ready for Hyperdrive. This isn't your submission. This isn't like, hey, like here's my submission to the hackathon. This is just your kind of like stand up and saying, hey, like I'm interested. I'm in Solana. I'm a builder. I want to be a part of these initiatives, even if you aren't submitting. At the very end, it's like, hey, I'm here. I'm ready to go. Anyone who is planning to submit, like sign up now. It's the time to get all that done. You won't be able to submit if you're not registered, so it's best to get that just done straight away. Make sure that there's no problems at the end there. And so for us, even if you're, as I said, even if you're not building, like let's register, go into Hyperdrive. Hopefully it's going to be pretty cool. And so yeah, 7 different tracks. It's going to be awesome. If we now head over to the next way of getting involved with Hyperdrive and everything that we're doing here, is to join our AZA challenge. What we're able to do here is allow everyone to earn new ways of getting XP and being able to push everything forward. I'm especially excited for how the prize of this one is even bigger than before, but people are still sleeping on the XP. And so, you know, who's going to be able to win? Like, it's not that hard to be win, to be perfectly honest. Like, if it's there for anyone taking. So if you want a free trip to Breakpoint and come and stay with us and get that or cool experience, just go through, have a little go easy, eh? Nice little fun. Takes a couple hours to go through the whole thing, but you'll get a new perspective on the space, and I think that's very valuable for when you're going through. And if you were interested in development, like, this is your kind of like taste of what that could look like. And if you like the taste, well, then we can take you further. If not, well, like, you get your XP, and hopefully I'll be able to see you in Breakpoint. So yeah, that's gonna be exciting. Everyone get on that. And now, before we head into our roundtable with all of our members, I wanted to leak a little bit of alpha. So today's alpha is technically not alpha, to be perfectly honest. This is a tweet screenshot that I've just taken, but I feel like it's so important it should be alpha. Because not many people have seen it, but we're going to be giving away tons of things for your XP as well. So as you earn your XP, you'll be going up the leaderboard, and that takes your total XP of how much you have. You can then use that XP without dwindling your point, but you can use it to buy raffle tickets, and we're going to be giving away some unique merch. We've got some really cool ZB Live tickets and Solana Breakpoint tickets to be giving away for everybody, and so tons and tons of value are hopefully being able to be created here, and I'm looking forward to showing it all out. So keep your eyes peeled, get your XP, and these raffles are going to be mega. And lastly, the last little bit of alpha is, as I said, we're getting very close to 15 members, and when we got to 15 members, the merch boxes were getting ordered, and we were being able to have what we call like an unboxing experience at the build station. And I think this is going to be pretty cool. Like, if you're a member, you're in London, or you come down for the build station, you'll get your merch box first. I'll be having them all delivered there, and then that way, whenever you come down, we can do a special box opening for you. So check it out. Make sure to be able to, if you're not in London, I'll be sending out a form, so make sure you're able to fill in that. If you are going to be in London, I look forward to doing a lovely box opening with you. I can't release what's going to be in it yet. You'll just have to wait and see for that. But that kind of brings us to the end of the Town Hall. Remember, everyone, time to register for the Hyperdrive Hackathon. The time is now. Get it done. Register. Join the UK in taking and bringing Solana to the next stage. And now, until then, let's all jump into the round table with one of my members. Thank you all guys for joining us, and I'll see you members in the round table. Cheers, everyone. Bye, bye, bye. Oh. GM. How you guys doing? I don't think that worked as well. I tried to do like spreading out the UK roundtable.